before? Some of you are lying, obviously. My one friend in the back who's wearing the Friends sweatshirt. Make some noise for her. All right, so those of you who lied to me, this is how this works. I say things and you laugh, okay? If I ask a question, it's rhetorical. You don't really have to answer it back unless, I guess you want to, but then you really have to think about if you want to go toe-to-toe against me. So just keep that in mind. Like the man said, my name is Selena, but my dildo's name is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Because nothing makes me come like justice. Okay, I was a little afraid that they weren't gonna laugh back there. I was like, I don't know, these people look like my neighbors. I'm frightened. They're gonna call the housing development on me. All right, is everybody here from Lubbock? Some of you, yeah. I've asked that question 8 million times, and that's the most noise I've ever heard for the city of Lubbock. Which is pretty funny. I am from here, right? Like I grew up here. Right now I live in my mom's old house. It's 30 years old. It makes these creepy, creaky noises at night, and I get scared. But then I remember it's just the ghost of my parents' dead marriage, so it's not as scary anymore. I'm happy to be here tonight at the Schmally Lop Nice Dream Shop. Really happy to be here. I like the smell though, it smells really nice, but it does kind of it makes me think how many kids do you think were dragged here by their dad to tell them that they're getting divorced? 4? Only 4? You haven't been here that long. There's no way it's only 4 kids. So I do think that smell is probably gonna trigger a lot of children, but I like it. I like it. I'm a big girl. I like to eat. I really want to be a starving artist, but unfortunately I can't stop eating, so that's how it is. But I'm proud to be big. I don't have a problem with it. I actually just left a Fat Girl Pride Parade. Have you guys ever been to one of those? It's just the drive-thru at Jay's Creamery. That's all. You see all the nice teenage kids outside on their dates and stuff, and then it's just a bunch of fat 30-year-olds in the driveway, these fucking kids. Ruining my life. I did go to college. I don't know if you can tell, with all my big words I've been using tonight. I did go to college. I have a degree in psychology, which is all like having a KitchenAid stand mixer. Really expensive and mostly for decoration. And your mom bought it for you, You bring it out when she comes to visit for Christmas. I'm Mexican. You guys also didn't know that. You're gonna learn a lot about me. We're gonna all be friends by the end of tonight. I'm Mexican, but I'm real light-skinned, right? So I have all these nicknames my whole life about how light-skinned I am. When I was little, my dad used to call me his güera berinche. White whitey. Sometimes my wife calls me her little vanilla beaner, which is also an ice cream flavor you can get here. One time I was on stage, this guy called me a tamale. I was like, that's a little racist. But then I wasn't sure if he's placing an order because I do sell tamales out of the back of my car, piecing me after the show. You gotta keep it real. I like white people too though. Where are my white people at? Can I get a hey yo? Hey yo. Can I get some mayo? It's mayo? Are you correcting me, sir? What did I say before? I say, I talk, you laugh. All right, so can I get some equal representation for minorities in the government? Yeah. Me and the Mexican, all right. You guys are like, no, that's okay. Mexicans don't vote, except when we vote twice. That's how that works. But I have a big family. My mother's mother had 17 children. So if you know anybody in the vicinity who's named Quesada, they are my cousin. But that means that I'm so fertile, I could probably pee on the ground right here and a Cabbage Patch Baby would just pop up. It's ridiculous. But thankfully, I'm not going to have any kids because I'm on this really, really effective birth control called lesbianism. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The most effective one. A lot of you women are going to have to try that with what's going on in the country now. You gotta control that birth somehow. And sometimes it's hard to come out, right? When you come from like a Southern family, a Mexican family, it's hard to come out. But honestly, my family was really, really cool with it. Like, my family doesn't care that I love pussy, but I'm a vegetarian. And they're more shamed of that. Like, I tell them I love women and they're like, cool. I tell them I love tofu and they're like, we didn't raise you this way. My family loves my wife, like, more than me. It's fucked up. Because I'll go visit them, right, and they'll be like, oh, hey, Selena, how you doing? And push me over to go hug my wife. And I'm just sitting there holding on the bags back there like, what am I, chopped lesbian? So rude. I do face some discrimination, like people like to ask me dumb questions. Like the guys that come to your house and like sell things, you know? Like they're trying to sell their carpet cleaner, whatever bullshit. They always want to talk to the man of the house. And I'm always like, yeah, okay, but he might bite you. Cooper, go get him. I was in an Uber recently, and this guy asked me if I thought I was born to be a lesbian. And I said to him, I don't know, were you born to be an Uber driver? Mind our own business, sir. But I've been with my wife for like 9 years, which is kind of a long time, right? Especially like, that's like 45 years in straight people years. It's a really long time. And we want to try new things, right? Like we want to experiment sexually and things, and I want to try to do like a threesome. But she doesn't want to because she thinks of sex as an expression of love or whatever. It's the gayest thing I've ever heard. I always think it's obvious that I'm gay. I think it is. I feel like I'm putting off big gay energy everywhere I go. Apparently not. And I was trying to get on the lesbian Lubbock Facebook page, and they didn't accept me for like months. And it was weird because I was like, how do you not know that I'm gay? I drive a Subaru. Like, I have 3 dogs all named after gay celebrities. What do you... The only shoes I own are Vans and Doc Martens. I'm not getting the haircut. I'm gay enough. I had this one guy, like this real tall white gay guy, come up to me after the show and tell me that I was setting back the gay movement. Which I was like, that's impossible. I bought tickets to see Cats in theaters. I love musicals. But me and my wife have been married officially for like 3.5 years now. We'll try that again. We'll try that again for the recording, okay? Me and my wife have been married for 3 years. Much better. And the traditional 3-year gift is leather. So what would you assume that 2 lesbians are getting each other? Leather and lace? Thank you, Thea. I do love that song. Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks. I do like that song. No, it's Willie Nelson, right? Willie Nelson, Stevie Nicks. No, but we got each other the only thing gayer than a strap-on. We got each other matching leather tool belts. So we got like the hammers and drills on one side and then like the dildos on the other side, you know, just ready for any situation. You never know. Never know when you might need it. Can I get dirtier, Gary? Is that allowed? Is that okay? Is that okay with you guys? Are you sure? I'm gonna frighten these people over there. I'm gonna lose my house. And my job. I do have a nice job. As an adult, I have a nice job. I can't tell you about it though, because of a thing called HIPAA. You guys have heard about that. I made a promise that I wouldn't talk about my job. Some people say I made a covenant to not talk about the fact that I work at UMC. So I don't do drugs anymore. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I used to try to write jokes, but then all my jokes would ever come out half-baked. And I used to do the thing where like you go to the grocery store, you're real high, you get all your snacks, right? I'm putting all my hot Cheetos and everything in the cart. That's for the Mexicans. I put all my chips and stuff in the cart, but I'm high and I'm forgetful, and I grab the wrong cart. And then when I get to the register, I look down and I'm like, whose baby is this? What? Ladies, did you know they make a lube with THC for your vagina? Did you know this? Yeah. But they do, right? And since I can't smoke weed anymore, nobody said I couldn't boof it, right? But then I thought, you know, I'm a bad driver. What if I'm driving around and I get pulled over by a cop and he's like, ma'am, have you been smoking weed? I'll be like, no, officer, but this pussy is dank, so. I don't shave anymore. So that means you guys right now are in the presence of Lubbock's second most famous bush. That first one being the one on Indiana. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I don't shave, it's too much work. Because shaving a vagina is like making menudo. You know, you have to wash it like 45 times. It still smells weird, you know, you can't figure it out. By the time you're done, you're like, nobody wants to eat this anyway. But then you just like squirt some lemon on it and you do, you know? I have this really horrible condition though, I feel like I should tell you guys. It's called WAP. Have you heard of this? Can somebody tell me what it is? This is a real question, you can tell me this time.
Wet ass pussy.
Wet ass pussy, you're wrong. I'm a medical professional, sir. It's wet ass poopy. I have diarrhea. Get a bucket and a mop. Okay. I don't, though. I don't. She's just shaking her head at me. My poor wife. Give it up for my wife one time, you guys. She's my biggest fan. I do want to talk about one of my favorite things to do, which is fingering at the movies. Guys, I don't think you realize the struggle that lesbians have to go through, because like as a guy, you just whip your thing out and, you know, somebody touches it, right? Not me, but somebody. But when you're a woman and you're trying to like, you know, do some freaky shit at the movies, it's kind of like, you know the moment where you drop your phone between the center console and the driver's seat? You know, and you have to like reach your hand down there and you're just like grasping, hoping you find the right spot. Do you know what I'm talking about? And you pull your hand up and there's just like hot Cheeto dust and popcorn under your fingers. I don't know, you guys, I have to wash my hands. Thank you guys so much. That's been my time. Thank you. Fun. All right. No? No. Are you telling me how to do my job, sir?
Before she actually officially introduces me, I want to make a quick little announcement. Since this is an actual recording, it's not going to be like your standard, I'm not going to come up here and try to do 1 hour in one take. I might take 2 or 3 breaks, very short breaks. I might have to do a retake. I will be looking at my notes, which is something that I'm totally against comedians doing, but I want this to be as professional sounding as possible doing this live recording, so I don't want you to think, hey, you know what the fuck he's doing. So I just want to give y'all a warning, you know, because and this guy over here is like the best in the business. That's why I brought him in to edit this out and edit stuff like this out and make it sound as professional. I'm hoping it'll be available by sometime before the end of the year for people to actually stream online or go to my YouTube or somewhere to find it. So anyway, thanks for coming down. She's going to introduce me here in a minute, and we're going to get the show going.
One more time for Gary, everybody. while he's getting that ready, I will tell you guys one more joke. I feel like I've blasphemed a lot. So one real quick shout out to Jesus. Make some noise for Jesus. We all love Jesus, that's right. I do think it would be funny if Jesus was a comedian. I like to imagine the kind of jokes he would tell. Like might be like, knock knock, orange. Aren't you glad I died for your sins? Or he might be like, knock knock.
Who's there?
Keep knocking and the door will be open to you. That's Luke 11:9 for the Catholics that don't read the Bible, okay? But right now I believe it is my distinct honor and pleasure. He's not standing there. Is he coming? This will be edited out. Okay. All right now it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce the one and only Gary Dorsey and his invisible, menacing little friend, Mr. Skip. Everybody make some noise!